Hey there, this is Martin from Zadas Gaming and back again with another Hustle Castle video. So at the moment we are in between events and this tends to be a bit more of a quieter period as people are grinding ready for the next event, grinding arena tickets, diamonds, things like that, ready for whatever equipment we can get from the next one. So I've decided to spend quite a bit of time in this period to optimize my squad as much as possible and make a couple of changes to the squad. So I wanted to do this video to kind of showcase what I've been doing to hopefully help other people that are in Throne Room 7 and Throne Room 8 and are looking to basically make their squads better. And also if you can spot anything else that I can do to these guys to make them even better, then I'd definitely appreciate that. So please do comment below. So I've made quite a few changes. So what I'll do first of all is I'll get into an arena fight. So previously with the previous squad, I was probably ranking 7, 8 most of the time. But with this new one, probably 90% of the time, I do tend to get in the top 3. So it really does help quite a lot. So the changes that I made, so previously I was in the 5x55S bracket with 4 level 55s and 1 level 54. And I was basically running a res, 2 archers, a tank and a DPS assassin. So with the daggers and the archer gear to try and get that damage up. And they did okay. It wasn't terrible. Sometimes I'd be lucky in arena and I would place. But more often than not, it wouldn't be in the top 3. So like I say, I've made a lot of changes. The biggest changes that I've made is in the actual levels. So I now run 1 level 62, which is this mage here. I have 2 51s, 1 54, and then a 61. So a 62, 61, 54, and then 2 51s. And I'm still sticking with the 2 archers. They're good in the back for DPS. And I've still got my res mage. That's saved me a lot of times. And then my 2 biggest changes are this mage, which is a poison mage. So it has this armor on so that when this mage is killed, it will poison all of the enemies, which deals damage over 5 seconds and then also impacts the movement speed and helps to silence them as well with this rune. So it's really useful. That also has this tank weapon, so it goes in and fights as quickly as possible. And it has the Rune of Confusion, which will basically sacrifice 70% of its health and summon the 3 Pikachu-looking monsters. And this is really useful because it helps for this fighter to die quicker, which is what I want. And it has a talisman on there, which basically, when the health is critically low, it's going to restore this amount of health in 4 allies. And increase the damage that they do. And this is really useful because I want this fighter to die, so the health is always going to be low. So that's a really good one to have. How are we getting on? So let's pick an opponent. So straight away I'm at the top. I need to sort out my trophies because they are far too high. I don't really recognize anyone in here other than these guys from this clan, which I do see all the time and 99% sure they are bots. So let's go for the lowest one, which is going to be 550. So battle. And I'll slow this down a bit in just a moment. There we go. So there's my poison mage died straight away and it's rezzed, and that's it, over. So 7 seconds, not bad. So as you can see, the poison mage died fairly quickly. They went straight in there, which is what I wanted them to do. and it's going to go straight into the next round, which again will go low. We'll go see what this one has, and yeah, we'll go for that one, see how we do with that. So again, if we have a look at the poison mage, so it's lost a chunk of its life, it's now dead, it's hurt the majority of these, and then we've now started moving it. So 9 seconds, not too bad. So I'm trying to get these to die as quickly as possible for obviously full points. The downside, this is probably still going to put me up at the top, which it hasn't. This one's taken over, which is good. So that's keeping us a little bit below, and nobody has attacked us yet, which is fine. So we'll come back out of here and now look at the tank. So the next big difference to the squad is the tank. So before it had a sword, this still needs to get some more gems on there, but the biggest change is now it has the mage weapon, which is an insta-kill. So once in a while, this will instantly kill targets that have less than 40% health. So the hope is that the poison mage will injure them, hurt them, the archers will start attacking, and then this will trigger and basically instantly kill them. And then it'll also damage the additional enemies as well, and then also help to heal allies. So that is particularly useful. It instantly kills, it damages, and it also helps to heal, which is really useful. And we'll just go and fight in here. So we've got a couple that are above us, which is good. So that one's going to, if we got full points, that won't be above us. This one will. So let's go for, let's have a look. Let's go see what this one's got. So that's fine. So we'll go for this one. So battle. And this should be full 75 points, hopefully. So he's dead. Yep, there we go. So 6 seconds, not bad. And then we'll come out of there. So like I say, it's got the insta-kill, which is really useful. And then we have our great hero plate armor, which once in a while it will resurrect after dying, which is really useful because then this one keeps coming back without necessarily the res mage's help. But that is really useful anyway. And then this artifact has saved me a lot of times. This is a really good artifact. It's where it generates the 3 ghost replicas, so that's very useful. And then just some additional stats. And let's just go back into here and do the 4th. So that's actually put me to the top because of trophies, which is a bit irritating. I should have thought about that. So that's why I need to get the trophies down, because ideally I would have been here or here, and then that would have allowed me to attack up, but it's not the end of the world. We will go for this one and ideally not get the full 50 points. It would be good if we got less than that, just so that it helps push me below the others, but we'll see. So my res mage is dead, so that's not great. These are really annoying. The ghosts are really annoying on the opposing team because it's a good way of keeping them alive. But 48, so not bad. So we'll see what difference that does for us. So let's have a look. So 223, which is good. That's put us behind this one, which is what I want. So in the next stage, I'll just attack up here and hopefully get full 75. Let's see what they have got. So they've got an archer with these guys. So I don't think I'll get full 75 because if this kicks in, then that's delays it quite a bit. Let's have a look. So we've got another archer there. Then we have a mage, so that's fine though. And DPS. So they've got quite a lot of DPS. Oops. So I won't go for this one. I don't think these normally run poison mages. Yeah. So this is the ones that I think are bots, because they all pretty much have the same, gear pretty much, same setup. And obviously the numbers next to the name it's a bit of a giveaway. So we will go for this one and see how we go. So I'm not thinking position 1, maybe 2 or 3. Obviously just depends on what everyone does behind us as well. So yeah, so their ghosts have kicked in, which that's fine. So 73, so not too bad. So we'll take that and see where we're going to potentially be positioned. So 296, so we could get position 1, which is good. Has anyone attacked us at all? No, so I don't tend to get attacked that often, to be honest, which is a good thing, but then it's also a shame because then I can't see how well it's at defending against other people. So it'd be nice to get attacked a bit more often, and just see how it performs in that way. But yeah, so that's a nice, good win, hopefully. And again, these guys are fairly simple. So we have the bow here. We've got the Rune of Confusion as well on this one. So I've got TR7 and TR8 runes. So Rune of Confusion on this one, which is quite good. This also helps to poison. And then just a few artifacts. So this obviously helps to summon additional ranger. I don't see that trigger that often, to be honest. Mainly because I think it's when an enemy is resurrected. I don't tend to see that too often. Obviously we've got that one. This one hasn't got an artifact. And then we have reduces health restoration in enemies. And this will happen hopefully every single time, because obviously I always want my poison mage to die. And then we have the dinosaur, which is really good still. Although it's not got as good in Throne Room 8, to be honest. It seemed to do more damage in Throne Room 7 than it did in 8. So I might take that out eventually. Well, soon. So arena, how did we do? So we got number 1, which is good. Happy days. And then I'll just keep rinsing and repeating that. And it's also a good squad for Gembay, I find. I can be lucky and go all the way through with this squad. And then at the same time, later down the line, I might need to swap them in or heal them. But I'll show you an example. So I'll just go in with these no spells. And it does tend to do quite well. It depends. Sometimes I do have a little bit of bad luck. It's a hit and miss a lot of the time, but it does quite well. So the key to this, the downside to this squad with Gembay, is that I'm relying on my poison mage to resurrect before the end of the fight, and I'm relying on my res mage not dying. So to really do better at this, I'm probably going to want a second poison mage, or at least a second res mage in reserve, just so that if either of those do die, I can swap him in with somebody else. But as you can see, it does do the beginning fights quite easily. One option would be to do the initial fights with a weaker squad, so that I'm not putting these at risk. But it does quite well. So we'll just speed this up. And as you can see, most of the time at the moment, we're finishing on full health, which is good. And this will hopefully, the poison mage will hopefully res often or all the time, because it has the res mage, but then it's also got its own res. I think it's the rune that will help it res itself. I can't remember now. Not the rune. Nope. Is it the weapon? Sure, it had something that would help res itself. Or was that something else? Oh no, here we go. So it's yeah, so this can obviously help resurrect it, the Rune of Confusion, which does help quite a lot. I thought it was something else as well, to be honest, but no, that's fine. So let's go back to it. So I would hope that this would res most fights, and that's how we can get quite far. So we're about, what, halfway, and we've not really had much damage done to us. And again, look, full health, which is good. So now it's going to start getting harder. It's a shame we can't speed up past 2 times. So that now we get to the point where they start going more after the mage in the back, and that's when it will, to be honest, that's when this squad does tend to fall apart. If that res mage goes, then it does all fall apart. So I will definitely be working on a second res mage to bring as backup. So as you can see, it's going really quickly, still pretty high on health, and we've done 11 out of 15. So this squad's really good for both Arena and Gembay. I found it's really effective because you've got this poison mage that causes the damage, and then you've got the insta-kill, which does help to instantly kill as well. And because of that, poison mage dying, and when it has critical health, it then heals the rest of the party. That just helps bring these guys back to full health as well. So there we go, that's my res mage gone, which is a bit of a pain. And this is where I might start to struggle. So what we're on? We're on the last one. So I haven't brought any reserves, which I probably should have done. But we'll see how we go. I'm doubtful I'll win this now. It's obviously quite strong, but in for a penny, why not? So yeah, so that's not too bad. Now we've done that. So that was good. The tank does survive a lot of damage and does get healed quite a lot, so it's a very good tank. And then we have our reward. So there we go. That's it really. Just wanted to do a quick video on the squad. Hopefully it's not run for too long. If you've got any questions at all on how I've got it set up, if you want any more details, just comment in the comments below. And obviously if you can see anywhere where I can also help to improve on this squad, again, please let me know. Really happy to see where else it can get improved on. Until the next video, I will see you next time. So bye for now.